Kenny here regarding Simplified. Today's video, we're going to talk about food storage and utilizing that space. Now, all of us have food storage areas, whether it be freezers or shelves, something like that. But, you know, and depend on how much space and depends on how much food preservation you do and stuff like that, to how much space you need. But what I want to talk about is how you set that space up, because I see a lot of people that have food storage space, but they don't utilize it. Now we'll take this for instance here. This is a 5-shelf baker's rack shelving unit. And as you notice, a lot of my shelves, my racks are set together. Now, depending on how you utilize. Now, I utilize where I can store underneath this, so I set my bottom one up a little bit. And I like these totes, even though they extend past, because they don't extend way past, they don't cause a problem to where your shelf is going to want to take and lean out. Now, my shelves, I do connect them to each other, so that it makes them a lot more steady. Now, they do come with screws, so you can screw them to the wall, and that solves a lot of that problem too. Main thing is to set your leveler screws right. But what I want to say is, and we'll go around here to this particular shelf. Now, we can count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, you don't find 7 shelving units, and if you'll notice here, these are black, these are chrome, and the same thing over here. Most of your shelving units are pretty close to interchangeable. Some are a little bit different as far as the spacing might be a hair off. You can see these are 2 different design shelves, shelving units, but in this shelf here is different than this shelf here. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones, but a lot of these you can interchange the shelves. And where most people make the mistake. Now, you can see over here, most of this stuff is short. And of course, these shelves don't have the extra shelving units on them. And so it's wasted space here. Now, I do have a bigger Mylar bag there, but it's wasted space. Of course, this shelf and these shelves, it'll utilize these containers, and these are just a size container that I pick up at Walmart, little snap-on tubs, and they work real well to utilize the space better. Now, my ceiling is pretty close to I don't know, it might be 8-foot ceiling in here when I did this, but I can utilize the space almost all the way to the ceiling. In fact, a lot of stuff is right there at the ceiling. And if you're going to have a storage room and you're not going to utilize it like that, then you're not going to get the use out of it like you'd want. I set up all my shelves, or the majority of them, I set up for spacing, so I can put quart jars with just a little bit of extra room between, but where quart jars will fit, which also, that pretty much fits my quart Mylar bags. So I can take and stick them in here and stack them up just fine. But I can utilize this area better, because now I have storage space underneath here to store things that I might need. Same over on this one, but I also utilize all the shelf space. Now, if I was going to do a whole lot in pint jars, then I would probably make a shelf that was lower. But to make this more versatile, even though I do pints and quarts, I'm going to use this, or put these in here where I can fit quarts on each one of these shelves. It just makes better sense. But how you do this is it's very simple. Just buy you an extra set of shelves. Don't buy you extra shelving unit. Don't buy just the extra shelves, because it costs you more buying extra shelves, and you don't get near as many as if you bought the whole shelving unit. You don't have to have the legs for it, but why pay more to get your shelves? And the other thing is, people talk about their jars rocking on their shelves. You know, there's cardboard all over the place. So why take and buy a liner to do that when you can just take a piece of cardboard, and it's whether you say you buy a new refrigerator or a freezer and you have that big piece of cardboard, and maybe you don't have your shelves right then. Well, go ahead and cut it into sections. That's either going to be 3 or 4 foot shelves, and your depth on them is on your 4 foot, I think, is 18 inches. So you could just cut your pieces and you'll have them whenever you get your shelves, and can adjust them for that. But also, you can see, putting the spacing this way, I can stack 2 half-pint jars on top of each other and fit in there just right. But in this area here, and a lot of people would waste this. Now I have roughly about probably 32 inches, 2.5 foot between here or so. And there's plenty of room to walk and get by. And I can utilize the middle of my storage room. I don't have to take and waste this space. I can just take and utilize it and get most of the advantage out of the space that I have to work with. I see a lot of storage rooms to where they don't think about packing stuff in, whether it's putting your shelves directly straight out from the wall back to back and leave a little space between them and go that way so you can get more shelves and play around with it. But anyway, I'd watched a video. I watched somebody organizing their storage building or their pantry, and I watch these YouTube videos. A lot of times they give me ideas, or they give me something to build upon. And this was one of the things, because I noticed when they organized, they had a bunch of shelves, but like I say, they had a bunch of wasted space because of the way their shelving was set up. And a lot of times they say, well, we can't fit no more shelves in there, but actually you might not can fit any more shelving units, but you can fit more shelves. And you can do it economically just by buying the whole shelving unit. Even if you get a 5-shelf shelving unit and you only need 3 shelves, it's cheaper than buying 3 shelves by themselves. And that's something you need to consider. But hopefully you got a little bit out of this. Maybe it got you thinking about your storage area and maybe what you need to do as far as to add some space. Maybe you're a little cramped on space, and maybe you can utilize what you have better. But anyway, if you want to see more of these little videos, all you got to do to follow me is hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and select all. And of course, give it a big thumbs up. Enjoy your gardening experience.